Hello, and welcome to another Horror of the Week. I'm Sexy Danny 21 Awesome, and this is Epichorrorfans. Now, usually JT is Reborn does Horror of the Week, but since this is a special week, I decided to do my own take on Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter. Yeah. So anyways, I just watched the movie, and here's my take on the film. Now, yeah, if I was to rate this movie out of 10, I'm going to have to give it a 8 out of 10. Now, it's not a perfect movie, and the actor that plays Abraham Lincoln isn't the best Abraham Lincoln ever. In fact, he doesn't even sound that much like Abraham Lincoln. I'm just being totally honest here, you know what I'm saying? But the person that steals the show in this movie is Dominic Cooper as Henry, his friend. I didn't give it, I didn't really care about Abraham Lincoln. I mean, Abraham Lincoln fighting vampires, that was pretty cool, you know what I'm saying? But the actor that played Abraham Lincoln wasn't that great. I'm just being totally honest here, alright? He wasn't that great. If you were to compare him to Daniel Day-Lewis, his Abraham Lincoln just kicks his ass, you know what I'm saying? But Dominic Cooper, as Henry, his friend in this movie, he's amazing. Like, he is a kick-ass vampire. You know what I'm saying? He's probably the coolest vampire I've seen since Lost Boys. You know what I'm saying? Because that movie kicked ass. But I gotta say that Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter is a good movie because of Dominic's performance. He is the one actor that saved this entire movie. I'm saying he is the best actor in the movie. I'm just being honest here, okay? Yeah. He is really the one that saves this movie. I mean, everybody in the movie is just kind of okay, but Dominic Cooper, he just gives it all, is all in this movie. And there's a lot of cool special effects in this movie, I gotta say. There's a cool scene where Dominic Cooper picks up this vampire and he just throws him right up a wall. Because he's a badass vampire, yo. And then he's making love with this chick. And Abraham Lincoln catches him. Like, whoa. Like, you didn't see that happen, you know what I'm saying? So, what is the good things about Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter? Well, the cool thing about this movie is they don't go with the traditional, stake in the heart, you know what I'm saying, thing. There's no killing with the, stakes and whatnot. This time they go with the more blade kind of way. Silver actually kills vampires in this movie, which is interesting. You don't normally see that, That's cool. So, Abraham Lincoln finds that he can just put, silver on an axe and just chop off vampires' heads, yo. Decapitates them, stabs them, and pretty much silver just messes them up. So, if I was to sum up the plot, well, it's Abraham Lincoln, trying to win the war against slavery, and all the racist people are vampires. I know, it's pretty crazy, but that's actually the plot of the movie. So, they put all this silver on a train, and they try to transport it so they can beat all the people in the war and win the war against slavery and vampires. I know, that's the plot of the movie. It's actually pretty good. Now, the guy who played Abraham Lincoln, he's alright, but Dominic Cooper, he steals the show for me. So I'm going to give this movie 8 out of 10. I'm not going to say it's Oscar worthy. I'm not going to say it's one of the best movies ever made. But I will say it's one kick-ass movie. And if you want to watch a movie about a dude kicking vampires' asses with an axe, this is the movie to watch. And if you want to watch a guy, kick zombies' ass with a chainsaw, then watch Evil Dead. But if you want to see a guy kick vampires' ass with an axe, this is the movie for you. So I highly recommend renting this movie or buying it. I watched it on my PSN. It was a really good movie. So I'm going to recommend it to everyone out there. I'm not going to say that it's the best interpretation of Abraham Lincoln ever. And I'm not going to say it's historically accurate because vampires are not real. But I am going to say this. It's one hell of a movie. It's kind of like one of those alternate universes where everything's messed up kind of thing. You know, kind of like Watchmen or Inglourious Bastards. Except this one has vampires and Abraham Lincoln. You know, alternate universe movies are pretty cool. I mean, come on. I mean, if you want to watch a historically accurate Abraham Lincoln movie, just go rent the one with Daniel Day-Lewis. But if you want to have a fun movie where it's just Abraham Lincoln killing vampires, this is the movie for you. And there's a lot of kick-ass fight scenes, too. Actually, some of the best fight scenes are Abraham Lincoln trying to kill this vampire, and he's, like, jumping on horses, doing backflips and shit. Like, you can tell they put a lot of money into this movie, and that it was well done. I mean, Sam Raimi as a producer, you know it's going to be pretty good with him, you know. The director of the movie actually produced the movie Apollo 18, which is one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire life. But he also directed Wanted, which is actually a really good movie. So thank God this movie was not like Apollo 18. You never, ever see that movie. It's terrible. But anyways, this movie kicks ass, and I liked it. So I'm going to recommend it to everybody out there. And, yeah. So, 8 out of 10 for me. Check it out. Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter. Oh, and if you want to check out another movie with Dominic Cooper in it, I would highly suggest The Devil's Double. This is one of the best movies I've ever seen with Dominic Cooper in it. And Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter, really shows out his acting skills, and so does this movie. So, I know a lot of people on my, that are on my channel on Epichorrorfans. You guys know who you are. Spider Jack Angel, JT is Reborn, and AJ Punk 15. I know you guys never actually saw this movie, and I know none of you actually bought it. So go buy it. Do it now. And I've been telling those guys that for forever. But seriously, go see this movie. Rent it or buy it or whatever. Because if you like Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter, you're going to love this movie. This movie's like the Scarface, like with Dominic Cooper. And I highly recommend it to anybody who is a fan of Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter. See this freaking movie, okay? See it now. Because you're missing out. I know a lot of people didn't actually see this movie. But it is a kick-ass movie. So, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter is a fun, entertaining movie. But for me, Dominic Cooper steals the show. He's an amazing actor. And his character as Henry, as a vampire, is really what drives the movie for me. Just the ending of the movie was badass, and he just makes the movie amazing. So, his portrayal of, a vampire trying to get vengeance, but, he can't, so someone else has to do it because he can't kill his own kind. Whoa! There's a twist there. I mean, this movie is really good. So, check it out. 8 out of 10, and have an awesome night, everyone.